Well, I'm back. What I went through was a harrowing experience. You see, just yesterday we had an all AV meeting, all hands on deck. As some of you may know, I was recently kidnapped by Nyes, a very evil cult-like organization that seems truly bent on bringing back an entity that has caused us a lot of grief and a lot of strife. And they have the power to get rid of people, to supposedly delete them from existence. And I gotta admit, I was scared. I gotta admit, I wasn't sure that I was gonna be back. But I am back. And I know over this past season, I have not acted in the best of character. I know that this past season I've been running this heel turn, but after going through what I went through, it is refreshing to see the championship on someone who is legitimately a face that runs the place. During those 2 weeks that I was being held by that organization, I had a lot of time to think to myself, to think about what was going on, to think about how I've behaved, to reflect. And I was reflecting, I was thinking, and we let Dirk Madison be in charge of the Hunger Games for 2 weeks. He made some crucial errors, but all in all, I think he did a pretty good job. But the show must go on. I'm back. And every AV is now armed with a kendo stick just in case any sort of Nye shenanigans tried to happen again. It was weird. At one moment I was sitting here, and then I was sitting in what I assumed to be a dark room. I was blindfolded. It's as if reality itself had changed right before my eyes. But that's the past. And this is the present. And this is... That's the wrong button. This is the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And this is a fresh start. Let's say that. In the Hunger Games, in the year of the Radiance, I am the United States Savior, I am Thursday Davy, and I'm glad to be back. Yeah. That being said, we still have half of a season to get through, so get excited. It is one day until December, and we're going to celebrate that because after today, it's officially the Christmas season. Friday, is going to get to start wearing one of our patented aviator Christmas hats. It is going to be a grand time. And this Friday is the start of the countdown to Christmas. That being said, we've got a bunch of competitors who, well, are excited for it as well, but are just they're kind of saying, hey, it's not Christmas yet, it's not December yet, so they're going to take in this last day before everything kicks into high gear holly jolly. And these are the competitors that I think would be taking their time to ease into Christmas. We got Hina, Togami, Celeste, Junko, Mondo, Mukuro, the champion Sakura, and freaking Sayaka. District 2 sees Fuihiko, Gundam, Crazy Yoko, Nagito, Peko, Teru, Crazy Yoko Large, and Azuru. District 3 sees Genocide Jack, Jotaro, Kotoko, Masaru, Monica, Nagisa, Haiji, and Yuta. District 4 sees Kaede, Angie, Karumi, Kokichi, Cory in the House, Mew, Tenko, and Samugi. And lastly, in District 5, we see Chisa, the Great Gozu, Juzo, Tengen, Munakata, Ruruka, Izuyoi, and Maya. And, well, I think there is one more thing that I forgot to mention. You see, Dirk Madison made a clerical error, we'll say. Tinko never reigned chaos, so the championship should have never been on the line. So you could consider Sakura really a face champion, the face that runs the place, but consider her a poster child because still, and the real Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions is always and forever the United States Aviator. Read it and weep, look deep into his eyes. What do you see? That's the man who will reign forever. Boom. You thought for a moment that we were gonna strip the United States Aviator after somebody did one of these to decide who would walk out as the champion? No. First and foremost, Tinko, you're still spinning your wheel and you're still spinning it at the percentage that you should have been spinning it at. Because you never reigned chaos. The real champion still has that title, and I guess Sakura can keep that championship replica, that fake championship, because that's what she is right now, the fraud champion, because you're a winner and still champion of champions, the forever champion, the hashtag heel, the one, the United States Aviator. That being said, let's actually get the show on the road. Tinko, if you could actually roll the spin the wheel, no, actually spin the wheel, that would be great. Everyone make your picks first, second, third. You might want to wait on it because there is actually a shot in 3, 2 that the United States Aviator may have to defend that championship. There is a pretty good chance, however, we all know that since I'm back, this wheel ain't hitting. Oh, look at it. Look at your hope. It's almost there. Oh, it's almost hitting, but... Wait.
You gotta be kidding me! Degenerate male! You're the worst of the worst! How dare you! What? No! Ugh, degenerate males!
This was not according to plan. That's not good. Huh. Well, you know what? I can't say I'm worried. This had to happen sooner or later, and at the very least, the championship comes out off of the fraud Sakura and stays, I'm certain, onto the real champion, the United States Aviator. It is Hunger Games Avi, and he's still gonna be champion after this game is said and done. So ladies and gentlemen, who do you got first, second, and third? The championships are on the line because Tinko actually reigned chaos, unlike Dirk Madison. Flipping the thing. Ridiculous. Flipping ridiculous, if I do say so myself. That being said, make your picks first, second, third. I'm gonna make mine first and foremost. Put your ones up and acknowledge the real, the heel champion. Avi, still winning this one. It doesn't matter what happened to me in the past. The future is Avi. Then, now, and forever. However, for second, I'm gonna take Gundam, and for third, I could take Sakura, but you know what? She's just a poster child champion. I'm gonna take the one who should really be walking out with this title. I'm gonna take Tinko. I'm gonna take Tenko, because I know good and well that Tenko wouldn't have reigned chaos. Sakura just would have won that episode. She would have been like, oh, yippee skippy, this episode, it's mine. This is a fantastic little episode. She would have won, but there would have been no title on the line. The United States Xavier still would have been champion, and that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Some people can see into the future. I saw the past. And the past says, hindsight says, that wheel wouldn't have hit. Trust me. You don't have to trust me. A lot of you are probably sick and tired of my heel antics. Some people are probably saying this is too far. Saying Sakura's a fake champion, a fraud champion. Well, it's the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. I've made my picks. You made yours in the comments. I suppose now that I'm back, I should ask you guys some sort of question that I can have answered in the next time. I don't know if I had anything. When I was speaking to some people earlier this week, we just kind of played around with Pokemon cards. Huh, you know what? No, I won't. I got a Rainbow Rare. I actually don't think it's on the desk right now, so that is a shame. Is it on the desk? Is it in this set? Because I haven't put it in the, oh, I think it is in this set. Here. Tell me if you've played Pokemon, what's your favorite Pokemon trainer? Or gym leader? Or any of the likes? I got this Rainbow Rare Cheryl. If you remember, that's the green lady who walked you, who you walked through the forest. In Diamond and Pearl, I think. Other things, my favorite trainer? I don't know. So like, I think I've like grown attachment to Arvin recently. Not because, I mean, kind of because of his story, but I think more because of the AWE, but that's just like neither here nor there. Be certain though, this Sunday, OC action does return, so get excited for that. First OC episode of the season will be this Sunday, so get excited, get hype. But also get hype for today because it's a championship episode. I've made my picks, you've made yours, make them in the comments. Also answer that question, and if you don't like have a favorite trainer or gym leader, tell me, or a member of the Elite Four, any of those things. Tell me what your favorite type is for Pokemon. Because you can still have a favorite type even if you don't like Pokemon. It's like, you know what, if I liked Pokemon or if I vibe with Pokemon, I'd probably deal with water Pokemon or maybe like rock, ground, etc., fairy, ghost. Ooh. Answer that for me. Let me know. And I'm gonna pick those comments next time. Let me actually get rolling because the time is now. And the time is Pablo. Not Asnir, because Asnir's actually watching as security outside of the door. Alerts me if anything's going wrong. If you see like a flashing red light that's not the new champ alert sign, which we won't be sirening this episode because you're about to get a fan vote thanks to the United States Aviator. Yeah. That means something's going on, and I will have to go and handle it. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but let's see how many times we're resimulating in this championship episode. Toss it twice. Pablo, how you feeling? Just four? Four. Not that bad. And with that, 4 resimulations for the Champion of Champions title. Not just one time, not 2 times, not 3 times, but a fantastic 4 times. Secret achievements. Have no secret achievements hit while I was gone in the past 2 weeks? Bless me. Excusez-moi. That's wild. I guess I'll keep an eye on all of those. How many heals and faces have been made? I guess I should refamiliar some. A good chunk of heals. Okay. We love Team Heal, actually. Let's see if any more heals get made this episode as we proceed. The Horn Bears, they are coming off of their Horn Bearness. I hope Dirk did fine with the Horn Bears. But most importantly, go ahead and sound the horns, why don't you? Not gonna pretend that I don't know what he did. Since I've been gone. I did watch those 2 episodes. He did okay. Even as a heel of myself, he did okay. That being said, we should probably watch that man because he did resimulate a whole bunch of times and that could have broken several things. Let's proceed. Togami and Chise agree to kill each other last. Hina breaks Masaru's nose for a basket of bread. Juzo snatches the bottle of alcohol and a rag. Angie runs away with from the cornucopia rather. Junko runs away as well. Mondo breaks Miu's nose for a basket of bread. There's a lot of bread breaking noses for baskets. Sayaka runs away, so does Crazy Oko Extra Large. Monica and Nagito fight for a bag. Monica gives up and retreats. Gundam runs away from the cornucopia. Tenko grabs two swords, spinning rapidly on the spot, cleaving Peko, Genocide Jack, and Teru. Kaede finds a wizard robe in the cornucopia. Sakura and Tengen fight for a bag. Sakura strangles Tengen with the straps and runs. Munakata falls into the pit of despair. Into despair, not the pit of despair. I mean, like, you know, deep in his heart, it's like a pit of despair. Izioi plays all the hornbearer instruments at once. It's so awful that the hornbearers team up and absolutely demolish Izioi. Ruruka runs away from the cornucopia. Mukuro and Jotaro fall in love at first sight despite the circumstances. Katoko throws a hatchet into Fuyuhiko. Don't pull it out, Fuyuhiko. You're gonna bleed out. He pulled it out. He is bleeding ever. Oh, that's nasty. Izuru runs away from the cornucopia and runs into the cornucopia rather and hides. Gozu and Haiji fight for a bag. Haiji gives up and retreats. Nagisa gets a kitchen knife, then stabs Maya immediately. The two blue-haired homies. I think you guys are actually tag team partners. Samugi snatches a pair of sais. Celeste grabs as many weapons as humanly possible. Kurumi falls into despair, refuses rather to fall into despair. Kokichi runs away from the cornucopia. Fun fact, a congregation of alligators is called, a group of alligators is called a congregation. If this were a Kane, they have a similar hairstyle and similar hair color, to be honest. It would have been the end of the game. AV runs, and because it would have been the end of the game, the United States Aviator would have retained by countout or disqualification or whatever. As AV runs away, so does Corey. Not the worst bloodbath, but we did see one event that was pretty terrible, pretty tragic. However, day one begins as Monica hangs up mistletoe in the arena. Kotoko performs the Northern tradition of making AV close 5 minutes after they meet. I'm sure it's pretty dope. Jotaro doesn't believe in palindromes. Name a more iconic trio than Kaede, Masaru, and Kurumi. Go ahead, I'll wait. Haiji's ready for the fight before Christmas. Sakura washes her hands in the river. Corey's the best there is, was there ever will be. Naito kills Juzo for his supplies. Mukuro confesses how much she's come to hate Gundam. Gundam runs away crying. How could you? Tenko receives a gift from a secret admirer. Oh god, that's repulsive. Oh no! Kokichi freaks out upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. Crazy Oko tends to Togami's wound. Celeste and Crazy Oko Extra Large talk about their lives. Ruruka, it's her birthday! Happy birthday, Ruruka. Please make some candy, cause that'd be tasty. Mew receives a first aid kit from the comments section. Y'all are rooting for Mew? I know some of y'all ain't, but I know a lot of y'all are. Junko finds Shuichi's head and puts it on. Munakata practices archery. Gozu catches Sayaka crawled up on a wall, rocking back and forth, sucking on her thumb. It seems like she's lost it. She lost it ever since she got that kitchen knife from the kitchen and plotted Makoto's downfall. Yeah, Nagisa gets off to a rocky start with his new professor, Hina. Just get her some donuts, you'll be alright, my guy. For real. Some teachers want apples. Hina, you bring her a dozen of Krispy Kremes and she's like, alright, you pass. Azura gets drenched in honey. Sticky. Yuta and Angie want to raise the bar. Actually, they are the bar. Asnir names one of his children after Mondo. Tisa reaches her hand towards the screen. The Watcher's unsafe. Run. Samugi does Samugi things. That's real Mugi of you. And we've lost 8. 8 of our 40, I think? So we're 20% of the way through after this. Saddest of all moments. 4. Peko, Genocide Jack, Teru, Tengen, Izioi, Fuyuhiko, Maya, Juzo. That was a really rough day for really Danganronpa 2 and the Danganronpa 3. Danganronpa 3 lost 4 of their competitors and Danganronpa 2 lost 3, if I believe. Yeah. One from Ultra Despair Girls. Trigger Happy Abby is completely in, and so is the homies, the ones and the onlys. V3. Who would have thunk? And of course, the real champion remains and will remain this entire time and will hold on to the championship and still will be the champion. It's not a prediction. It's not even a spoiler. It's the cold hard truth. It is a fact of life. And I'll show you. Let's proceed. Check it out, as Togami pays Crazy Oko extra large 500 mana coins to kill him medieval style via the rats. Speaking of, Nagito and Kokichi are trapped inside of a box for the night. They decide to use their imaginations to liven things up. Yep, Kaede and Monica have a tea party while reaching for the kettle. Kaede knocks it over, spilling imaginary boiling water on Monica's lap. It burns like the real thing though. Ruka chases Crazy Oko, Gozu, and Kurumi trying to enforce a curfew. Tsumugi threatens Hina with a good time. Kori throws Yuta off a cliff and smiles when he makes contact with the ground. My gosh. Tinko and Junko tell each other their greatest fears in order to grow each other's trust. Munakata and Chisa create their own secret code language so they can communicate without unwanted eavesdroppers while listening in. Celeste attempts to find all the lore on Slugmaface. Huh. Mondo set a few more traps before returning to camp for the night. Mukuro begs for Mew to kill her. She refuses, keeping Mukuro alive. Izuru and Haiji enter Kotoko's mind. It was a pleasant trip. Filled with sunshine and rainbows, some things are just naturally angry. Creepers, zombies, and Sayaka. Nagisa dyes his hair yellow. Angie's bitten by a black mamba. Sakura rather has some anti-venom and is able to save Angie's life. Sayaka's up there. She's mad. Jotaro is an international super spy. Masaru gets distracted. Avi has the whole world in his hands. Gundam breaks Minecraft rule number 1 and digs straight down. He shockingly finds diamonds. No secret achievements. Not yet. But it can happen at any moment, just like right now as day 2 begins with Kotoko dyeing her gold. Mukuro, Haiji, and Junko do the torture dance whilst torturing Kori. Kaede spins so fast she becomes a human Beyblade. Nagisa violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit. Mew glares at Munakata, says, "Do you want to die?" Munakata runs away. Gozu finds him raised on a Viking ship. Crazy Oko Extra Large receives a gift from a secret admirer's a sword. Monica finds some holy water. Filled with holy water, rather, the water gun. Fires at Celeste, getting her wet. Have we lost anyone? We'll keep going. Tsumugi receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Tinko embraces the power of positivity. Avi receives a gift from a secret admirer, a box of chocolates. Gundam's phone ring, there's no caller ID. When he picks it up, it's Jotaro on the other line, insulting him. Kokichi has drip. Sayaka put carriers on Chisa. She's actually kind of cute. Crazy Oko, Kurumi, Angie, and Hina make up the alpha team. Crazy Oko's a confident yet dorky leader. Kurumi is the explosive expert who doesn't think before she speaks. Angie is a transportation expert who thinks she knows better, and Hina is the sharpshooter who thinks sarcasm is a personality trait. Masaru is the best there is, was, or ever will be. Mondo advertises his spawn gun to Ruka. Ruka's impressed and checks it out. Nagito asks for Azuru's axolotl. Azuru has one. Shows Nagito an axolotl in a bucket, and Sakura sleeps through the entire day away from everyone else. Okay, we did lose 2. For some reason, I was like, did we lose a soul? We lost 2. And it is still the saddest of all moments for them. Togami, Yuta. And that's just 2. That brings us to a grand total of 10 gone. We had 41, technically, because there is the one, the real champion, Avi. Not the fraud. Sakura. Anyway. We'll proceed. We just lost the 2. 1 gone from Trigger Happy Havoc. Another one bites the dust from Ultra Despair Girls. But it was a low stakes round that time. Will this one be higher stakes? It looks like it as Mew goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out. It was her. She let the dogs out. Kokichi dyes her hair black. Okay. It's got like... It's really like a really dark purple, I think. But it's black now. Mukuro runs into Avi's wares and despairs, jumps onto a giant Monokuma plush. Jotaro puts his trust in Ruka, allows himself to fall backwards. Ruka catches him. Jotaro says, "I trust you with my life." Kaede and Hina exercise under the stars. They invite Avi, and the heel that he is promptly murders the both of them without witnesses, says, Nagito, Haiji, and Monica play a game Monopoly. Nagito loses all of his properties and flips the game board over. Kurumi, Kori, and Nagisa find the Triforce. Each take a piece for themselves. Kurumi takes the Triforce of Courage, Kori, Wisdom, and Nagisa, Power. All 3 of them, or I guess these 2, Nagisa and Kori, I can see them both trying to go for Wisdom. I feel like if this is the case, I think I might want Nagisa's Courage and then Kurumi's Power, but it's not the worst shot between those 3. Angie, Azuru, Chisa, and Gundam tell ghost stories to lighten the mood in a team-building exercise. Junko and Crazy Yoko tell each other what they hate about one another. Crazy Yoko Extra Large has no weaknesses. Kotoko and Kotoka introduce Celeste to their long-lost twin, Kokoto. Is it a twin at that point? I don't think it is. Mondo has a dream in which Tinko is planning to kill him. Kotoko and Sakura start kicking Samugi for unknown reasons. Masaru finishes his nighttime coffee before joining in. In a team-building exercise, Sayaka and Gozu tell each other what they hate about one another. Munakata is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. We proceed again. And it's day 3, as Mukuro thinks everyone's the mastermind. Well, she might be right. Crazy Elko receives a gift from a secret admirer. Oh god, that's repulsive. Munakata takes Kokichi to Suplex City. The rating pistol rates up Gundam 57 points. Ruka receives medical supplies from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Nagisa actually blurts out the fact that he likes Corey in an opposite way. It must have been the Triforce gathering that they shared. Corey accepts this confession wholeheartedly. Chisa finds a finds a bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Wait, this is the wrong simulator. Oh well. Samugi asks Haiji if everything's okay. Angie finds a mysterious gauntlet snapping, turning Nagito, Sakura, Mew, Junko, Masaru, Tinko, and Gozu into dust. And this is the part where I'd pull out this and say, well, look at that as a new champ alert. Not for a fake champion. Sayaka receives fresh food from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Avi uses a cactus to kill Mondale, because he's a champion, a real one. Jotaro embraces spring and plants roses outside of his camp. I almost said Kokoto. Kotoko poisons Celeste's drink. She drinks it and dies. Rest in peace. Crazy Yoko Extra Large practices her archery. Monica reminisces about season 2. Zuru makes a life-size cardboard cutout of Avi, of a freaking saga just to spite Avi, and Kurumi isn't crying. She's sweating from her eyes. We lost. Another 11 this time. Heftier day this time after this. Saddest of all moments. 4. Kaede, Hina, Nagito, Sakura, Mew, Junko, Masaru, Tinko, Great Gozu, Mondo, Celeste. We'll peek at the statuses now. We have 20. Solid 20. Depending on how this next part goes, we may see a big ol' feast. Freaking Sayaka is the only person now remaining for Trigger Happy Havoc. Danganronpa 2 still has Gundam, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and Azuru. District 3 has Jotaro, Kotoko, Monica, Nagisa, and Haiji. District 4 sees Angie, Kurumi, Kokichi, Corey, and Samugi. And District 5 sees Chisa, Munakata, Ruka, and lastly we see the champion, Avi. Cool. Yeah, we'll just say cool for right now. However, we will proceed. Because with 20 people left, there is now a 5% chance that the United States Aviator retains that championship like he never lost it. And it would be so unfortunate because I'm sure there are some naysayers, some people saying, but that's not fair. He lost the championship. And it would be so unfortunate for all of you to look around and see AV win this thing as Chaos officially reigns this time. Let's watch it happen together. We'll proceed and we see AV works for both Yoko's and AV's because he's in extreme debt. Munakata refuses to leave an injured Angie's side. Mukuro makes a hot stew before bedding down and setting some traps for the night. Gundam does the exact same thing, and Crazy Yoko finds a stereo pressor play to play some sick beats. Kotoko begs for Crazy Yoko Extra Large to kill her. She refuses, rather, keeping Kotoko alive. Haiji and Corey fight Samugi and Jotaro. Samugi and Jotaro actually survive. Chisa runs into AV's wares and despairs, jumps on a giant Monokuma plushie and falls asleep. Azuru, Kokichi, and Monica enter a scrum debate with Nagisa, Ruka, and Kurumi. They argue over who had the saddest death, and Sayaka finds a stash of my pancakes. Someone stop her. Day 4 season, there's a lot of people down there. Ruka doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Azuru is full of it. What is it, you may ask? Death. Gundam smells a rat. Mukuro wants AV to give donuts a chance. I love some donuts. Crazy Extra Large works for AV's wares and despairs and is sick and tired of so many people defecting Yoko's items and misfortunes, so she burns it down. Luckily, Kotoko, who works there, bought insurance just last week. Unfortunately, Kokichi, AV, Jotaro, Sayaka, Crazy Yoko all get burned alive, and Crazy Yoko Extra Large considers this a win. Some of us might consider this an L because maybe I do have to hit the siren for real, because now it is actually officially a new champ alert. Avia still did great. Andrew reminds you, yes, you, dear viewer, to stay hydrated. Smoogie isn't crying, she's sweating from her eyes. Karumi is exposed to Monika's sensitivity or becomes more emotional. Chisa comes before Munakata in this event, and Nagisa receives a medical supply from an unknown sponsor. That doesn't bring us to your... Okay, never mind. Hey, look! Finally, one of the new arena events! The tributes are all forced to work in the arena's new restaurant, Hanks. Let them cook. Gundam is kicked out of the kitchen for trying to mix Pepsi and milk. Fair. Mukuro slips on a carrot, falls backwards into an industrial deep fryer. Ew. Chisa cooks by the book and makes a pretty cake. The way was hazy. Ruka has no idea how to cook and just mixes a bunch of ingredients together. It's incredible. Hank puts it on the menu. Hank, you're in the arena event. Monica and Kotoko are having a brawl. Monica is getting ready for a kick, but Kotoko ducks it, making Monica accidentally kick Samugi into a vat of soup. Who would have thunk? Munakata slips on a carrot, falls backwards into an industrial deep fryer. Nagisa and Crazy Yoko are also having a brawl. Nagisa is getting ready for a kick, and Crazy Yoko extra large ducks it, making Nagisa accidentally kick Karumi into a vat of soup, and Angie cooks a 5-star meal. Not a ton of people in this arena event, so we didn't see too many of the events, but boy, did we finally get one of the new ones. My gosh! I was this close from just like getting rid of some of the other old ones, but I'm glad we got one of the new ones. We'll proceed again. Now we've lost 12, now we're within Saving Grace Picks territory, the title on the line, and the saddest of all moments, 4. Haiji, Kori, Azuru, Kokichi, the real champion Avi. Jotaro, Sayaka, Crazy Yoko, Mukuro, Samugi, Munakata, and Karumi. Well, see everybody's statuses. You guys might need to make some new picks, especially if you believed in Trigger Happy Havoc, because they failed you. They sure enough did. But you know what? Hey, title's on the line. Let's make some new picks. I might need some new picks. Some new picks might be okay for me. One of my picks is still in, but will that pick be the champion? Could be a 2-time champion if they are able to do this. This is your Saving Grace Picks. These are your final 8, I believe. We have Gundam Tanaka, the Supreme Overlord of Ice. Could he be iced out, dripping in gold today? For a second time in 2 seasons, could Gundam walk out with a Champion of Champions title? Crazy Hyoko Extra Large. If there's one woman who we need to be aware of, it is Crazy Hyoko Extra Large. If she's in a scenario like this, we know that she's ended games quickly with explosives before. More than once in the past, could she do it again this time? The championship on the line. Kotoko, the preseason princess, has held this title before. Can she do it again? She could also be a 2-time champion. Monica is hanging in there, the pickle hair herself. She wants championship gold. She wants that title. Nagisa is hanging in here too. Nagisa, I don't believe, has held the singles title, but has held the tag team titles. Can hold the singles title today. Angie, very decorated tag team champion, not gonna lie, but can she walk out as the champion of champions? 7 KOs on her side, the most in singles action so far this season. Can she do it? We'll see. Chisa is hanging in there, former Agent of Chaos, former Champion of Champions. Can she do it one more time? Can she do it as Chaos reigns? And lastly, Ruruka is hanging in there. Ruruka is a sleeper pick who I don't know if she's held any titles before, and I don't... Has she? I feel like I might have edited a sprite for Ruruka in the past, but I don't know if I did. At the very least, she's never held the Champion of Champions title. Will she hold that today? Now, I want to also keep in mind as you're making these Saving Grace picks, remember who reigned Chaos. It was Tinko. So part of me believes that the power of woman is going to win this one, and the odds are in the favor of woman because Gundam and Nagisa are the only 2 males that are in right now. That being said, I still gotta stick with Gundam. He was my pick from the get-go. That is my boy. That is my top 3, and I think he's either number 2 or number 1. That's something I think I want to do again, that little Danganronpa like versus, and you like versus every single character, and it gives you your big old ranking. I think I want to do that again because I think it's changed since I last did it. I think that might be a fun little extra. That being said, that's my number 1. For 2, I'm gonna take Monica. I just think it might be her time. And lastly, I'm gonna take Chisa, because that's really a sleeper pick. I think Chisa's a real sleeper pick. That being said, those are my picks. You've made yours in the comments below, and if you haven't, you better make them now, because I'm about to go through my whole spiel of the folks who were left. They all lasted just longer than the United States Aviator, and because of that, they will walk out as the real champion. Will it be Gundam, Crazy Yoko, extra large, Kotoko, Monica, Nagisa, Angie, Chisa, Ruruka? The title on the line, their hearts all beating with the same pulse, the same determination, and perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. It is your final 8. The Fateful 8. Who will fate dictate is your new champion? Let's proceed as Monica introduces Kotoko and Nagisa to her imaginary friend, but there's nobody there, and this is low-key so beautiful. The warrior robes like, let me introduce you to our newest warrior of hope. Monica, there's nobody there. Gundam ambushes Ruka and kills her. Crazy Extra Large, Chisa, and Angie look for more people to become friends with. We only lost 1 this round, and it is Ruruka. Rest in peace to her. We proceed again to see Chisa's riding a Danganronpa remake, which Monica's the protagonist, Nagisa's the antagonist, and Angie is the mastermind. Crazy Yoko Extra Large sets up an ice cream shack, nobody comes. Kotoko prepares the museum for Avi's artwork, yeah. You better believe she does. In Gundam and Avi, we go way back. You better believe we do. We just lost the 1. It is a quick, terrible turnabout. 4. Ruruka. I bet she Rurukas the day. She rues the day. Okay, like I thought it was pretty clever, but it wasn't. The beat goes on because there's still 7 competitors left. Gundam, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Monica, Kotoko, Nagisa, Angie, and Chisa. And so it is still Samurai Woman. As we proceed, Angie dyes her hair orange as we see Nagisa saying, my time is now. Unleashing his ultimate move, it devastates Kotoko, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and Monica. Burnt to a crisp. Chicha challenges Avi in Battleship. Avi sinks Chisa's battleship because I'm the best there is, was, or ever will be. In Gundam, dyes his hair blue. But will a hair change be enough to win Gundam the title again? We'll proceed, and we see Angie runs over the edge while trying to escape Nagisa and plummets to her doom. And that brings us to our final 3 as Chisa feigns death, tricking Gundam into ignoring her. It is a triple threat. It is Nagisa, the employee of the month. It is Chisa, the brilliant agent of chaos, and it is Gundam, the supreme overlord of ice. As we proceed, 4 fallen tributes, 3 last standing, 1 terrible turnabout. 4. Kotoko, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Monica, Angie. We'll peek at everybody's statuses. We are down. It is Gundam, it is Nagisa, and it is Chisa. So, without further ado, let's see how this one plays out, shall we? Within our final 5, you know what we call it. Between Gundam, Nagisa, and Chisa, you know what we call it. In championship action, you know what we call it? A golden crisis of fate. Let's see how this all plays out on the eve of December. Let's proceed to see. It is the final 2, and I did breathe, and Chisa suddenly falls over dead. And it's Tinko's worst nightmare as the 2 boys in the final 8 outlast the other 6 ladies as Nagisa trades nearly half of the supplies for Gundam's loaf of bread. It is a 1v1 and it will all end between these 2. And so I'll have to ask you who. Will it be Nagisa, Gundam, Nagisa, is here to show the world what he's got. He has shown what he's got in tag team action. He wants to show what he's got in singles action. He wants to be champion of champions, and he's got to stop a very recent former champion of champions in Gundam. Gundam, with a ghost win with Karumi, became co-champions last season. But this season he wants to do it all by himself, all on his own. He wants to prove that the Supreme Overlord of Ice still has it. But standing in his way is the Employee of the Month. Standing in his way is Nagisa. Will he be able to best Nagisa? Or will the Employee of the Month get his picture on that wall again? Let's find out, because in these final moments I must ask you, Gundam, Nagisa, both or neither? It is time to click proceed. It is time to find out whose fate is gold. Are you ready? You must be. You must be ready. But to go and coincide with the music, I'll make sure that we proceed and see that your champion is Nagisa, as he stabs Gundam while his back is turned. Ladies and gentlemen, one blue-haired homie stands tall. And you know what? I even wore this blue jacket because I believed in him. Gundam tried to dye his hair blue, but Nagisa knew that that wasn't true blue. The true blue one was Nagisa, and after this final terrible turnabout for Chisa and Gundam, we can look back and say with certainty, as we see everybody's status as we scroll through, and we see one remaining. One tying with Angie at 7 KOs, and last but not least, one. As we proceed, one winner. That's him. That's him. Employee of the Month. They put his face in a frame, and underneath they spelled his name Nagisa, but maybe you can spell it instead as Champ, champ, because he is your winner. And the real Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions, siding with the United States Aviator, his Employee of the Month. He came, he saw, he conquered. And well, he did it. Nagisa is your new champion of champions. But as we proceed, we did it. We did it. I mean, like, we could play the ending music right now, but instead I think we actually have to play the... Now, 7 or more KOs in a single game was a secret achievement. Nagisa did not hit it first. The person who did hit it first, and I kind of kept it a little hush-hush so I could make you believe that we won another game without a secret achievement. Nah. We got one, and that one belongs to Miss Angie. Popped 7 KOs earlier in this game, and walks out with your champion of champions, your new champion of champions, Nagisa, into the finale. Well, one secret achievement down. Many more to go. Where's my pen? No face or heel turns today, surprisingly enough. As I get this real quick. We can cross that out, and now we can actually play the ending music, because that is all she wrote. Nagisa, congratulations to you, my new champion of champions, someone I can respect as the champion, someone who's got a little bit of a heel side to him as well. Nagisa, this one's for you. Carry on the legacy, my Employee of the Month. You'll love to see it. Has Nagisa turned heel? Let me go ahead and check. Doodly doo doo doo. Oh, Nagisa's actually a face. Oh, well, I hate that. I suppose that's funny. We'll get that title off of him sooner or later. Gundam in 2nd place, Chisa in 3rd, Angie 4th, Monica 5th, Crazy Occasional Large in 6th, Kotoko 7th, Ruka 8th, Kurumi 9th, and running off your top 10 is Munakata, and really the real champion here is AV. Don't forget about that. He had 3 KOs. He's still that guy. I mean, like, he might not be holding on to that championship anymore, but he'll win it at the end of the season, so I can laugh in everybody's face and say, I told you so. This championship relinquishing, that's just Nagisa keeping it warm for the United States Aviator. Just wait until the end of the season when AV wins the title again. I can't wait to see the look on each and every one of your faces when he regains that gold. Peko in last place. Tragic. We will proceed though as it starts with Tenko grabbing 2 swords, spinning rapidly on the spot, taking out 3 competitors, but it all ended with another sort of stabbing. One was with a sword, one was the who knows what, but he stabbed Gundam real good into the back, and it was all over. Nagisa taking the victory, blue-haired boy rockin' wild. Angie and Nagisa both had 7 KOs, Crazy Oko Extra Large with 6, AV, the real champion, Tenko and Jotaro, I'm sorry, just Tenko, AV and Tenko. Ironically enough, the champion and the Agent of Chaos both had 2, Jotaro, Kotoko, and Tsumugi had 2, Gundam, Kori, Monica, Nayuto, and Sakura with 1. That is all that she wrote. That is the end of the game. That is it. Hope you had a fantastic time. We'll proceed and we will go back to the reaping to say, thanks for watching. This Friday, aka tomorrow, is the start to the fight before, as I put this kendo stick right here, Christmas. It is the countdown to Fistmas. So get excited for it. We have a lot of high stake matches. We will see XSP get beaten up by Brock Lesnar, as I've been told in the All AV meeting. Owen is gonna be so good. Owen is gonna be so good, and more importantly, your voting for the Rumble is also open, so make sure to get into the description or into the community tab. In either one of those locations, the Rumble votes are pasted there. The link, you will find it there. So, until tomorrow, when Friday V brings you the Hunger Games and Wednesday V brings you the first countdown to Fistmas, I am taking off. United States Aviator Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Heel champion forever, for life. Thank you for watching.